How you doing today?
Hello, John.
And what is your name? And
My name is Steve Peck.
Steve, did you grow up in this country, Frenchburg, Kentucky, or?
Oh, yes, sure did. Growed
Uh,
up in a little place called Wind Flat, Kentucky.
but your other folks is from Pomeranian, Kentucky, right?
Pomeroy, that's right. My dad was born and raised in Pomeroy, Kentucky.
And that was up there pretty close to Firecracker Dan land today, right?
Real close, almost in throwing distance of Firecracker Dan land.
So you actually roamed the territory a little bit and visited up there.
That's right. I know all the ridges and the hollows and the roads.
Steve, I know that you're an artist too, and I know you publish books and stuff, and I know you was in a book with Robert Powell. What was the
Yeah,
name of that book?
the name of that book was Bits of Bluegrass. And Robert Powell did that before he passed away. And he had, I think it was a series of about 16 poems. And he brought those poems to me and he said to make up a picture for each one of the poems. And I did, and he accepted them like they was and had them printed in a book.
Okay, if I know you and Robert Powell, which I did know Robert Powell, and I know Steve Peck, but I know that you all might have written them poems about history, Kentucky history mainly. I'm pretty sure. I'm
Yeah,
not.
there was some history in there. I can't. It's been a while since I've looked at it and thought about it, but there was poems about nature, poems about human nature. There was poems about history and things that Robert had experienced in his life. Some pretty good poetry.
And I know you and I go back a little ways. We go back to the school,
We do.
Frenchburg,
I
and I
remember.
know we run cross country. And how fast could we run?
Oh, we could skedaddle.
We won a lot of races, didn't we?
Yeah, we was runners in our day.
I think there's 7 of us. I think we went all the way to state level, didn't
We was if we didn't, we thought about it a lot.
we? Yeah. And I remember one time we went to state and it was kind of cold and raining.
Mm-hmm.
We still won a lot of championships
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
And we practiced, the way we practiced, we run an old jackrabbit through the mountains. And we try to catch him. If we caught him, we know we could win the race against the other school track stars.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got there today, Steve?
Yeah,
Get your hand
I'm
there.
holding here. This is the series of the Firecracker Dan books. And we all know who Firecracker Dan is. He's real easy to pick out. He's always got a black and white color to him. First book to come out with is If I Had Longer Legs, I'd Be a Giant.
Have you read any of them poems
yeah.
in there? What
Yeah.
did you think about them?
It's been a while since I read it, but I enjoyed this one. Enjoyed this book. I think Weezer maybe is in this one.
And he's the
He's the
black and tan.
black and tan.
He's the sharpest on the trail.
But that's the first book in the series. And then Firecracker Dan come out in this book. It's a book of Halloween poems.
What did you think about that one?
Um,
I know it's
like
been
I
a
say,
little
it's
while.
been a while since I read it. I've read all the poems in it. I enjoyed it. Don't celebrate or ain't too active in Halloween anymore,
But we
more
that's
for
not
kids.
that's really a kid's Halloween. There's
Kids.
nothing bad in it at all.
That's right. Nothing
And I
wrong.
think Firecracker Nan is trying to solve the case of Ichabod Crane,
Mm-hmm.
his disappearance. And at the end, she said that she never really solved it, but she done a lot of research on it, see what happened, called people in. But she welcomes you to come and help her solve it now, is what she's saying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Firecracker Nan.
Good little book. Okay, and then
You know what that one's about.
God help me. Good little book. There's some interesting reading in this about life and death, you know, and the experience we have with that.
And you know the picture on the front of that is taken at Goddard. You know the wooden covered bridge over in Fleming.
Okay, where
That's
the covered bridge.
that's where that photograph come from.
Okay.
And I think it's front and back. It shows the old Goddard Church out there too in Fleming County.
Okay. You know, that's one of only the 12, I think, remaining covered bridges left. They burned another one this spring. Some boys or something.
Well,
They burned the one at, I can't remember the name of it, but there was just 13 remaining, and they burned another.
so counting the Goddard Bridge now, there's just 12.
Just 12 in the state of Kentucky. Yeah.
God help me, it tells us something, don't it?
Oh, yeah. Good little book. I like the size of these books.
Yeah, they're not too
You can
large,
hold them in your hand.
and they're not large or small, are they? But they got a lot of poems in them, though.
Yeah. The fourth book, Silence, Winter Storm.
You know what the front cover is in the back?
You've told me, but I forgot.
That's Eagle Lake, Morehead State University.
Okay, Eagle Lake.
Eagle Lake.
I've walked around that lake before.
And it's a good walk, isn't it?
Yeah.
And turn it around there and show them the back of that.
You might want to take your lunch with you. If
That's
you walk
pretty
around
nice,
that lake.
isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's the place up there where the college students like to get away from it all. They walk up in there and collect their thoughts.
Silence Winter Storm is a poem that I written. It was actually based on Snowbound, John Greenleaf Whittier, but I written it up a totally different way.
Oh, okay.
And
Yep.
I know it's really great to read. We don't know whether the old gentleman starved to death or froze to death or not.
Yeah.
But you can use your imagination and see if you could have lived through such a winter storm and such cold weather.
Yeah, it's been a while since I read this one too, so it's not fresh on my memory. Good book, and the last two in the series I've not read. Just got these off of John today. This is The Voices of the People Who Is Firecracker Dan. And what I understand, John tells me these are stories that his work study students at Camden Carroll Library have came up with. And
They
John
sent
did
me-
the editing.
They send me paragraphs, I edited into poetry.
Yeah.
And then who we got in the middle of that? The Kentucky Children, wasn't it?
I think Kentucky Children was in there. You read me one.
And I think they were third graders, but we wasn't allowed to say what school they were from
Exactly.
or their names. We're okay with that.
Right. What was the name of that one, John?
The one I read you about the Pioneer, the
Yeah.
historical one.
Yeah.
It's just called the Pioneer.
The Pioneer.
That was a good one too, wasn't it?
Yeah, good point.
And I know, Steve, in a way you are the pioneer. Yeah, I know you just got that one a minute ago, and you're actually going to have to learn the poems in that one as well as you did the others.
Yeah, I did. The Pioneer, was it in this one?
It could have been in that one,
Okay,
the
I think it's
Haymaker.
in this one. Okay. But
And-
anyway, that's the fifth book.
That's the fifth book, and it's
And then the Haymaker 360.
the Haymaker 360
And what I understand, John, he had this picture on the front cover drew by
by Ethan Hackney.
Ethan
Hackney. He's been drawing cartoons and stuff, and
Also the back cover.
oh, that's beautiful. Got him going down the funnel cloud.
Yeah.
But he's been drawing ever since he's a young fella. He told me he likes to draw them animated characters for the comic books and stuff. He draws that stuff all the time.
Okay. And the poem we was talking about, the Pioneer, it's on page 8.
The Pioneer.
Yeah.
You want to read him the first little paragraph of that?
Yeah. Pioneer. Let me get my specs.
Yeah, because
on.
I had to have my, I couldn't see no writing on that. You might want to read that right quick.
Let's see, this a quick read.
Yeah.
Pioneer by John Wesley Burton. Prophets, priests, kings, and mythical figures of ancient legends are here. But these don't speak any words for a pioneer. Without him, we wouldn't be here. I say it again, it was the American pioneer. He made his path through soggy, sodden forest, where storms of many years conspired to get in his way. He drank of the brackish water, where the wild beasts roamed. He trekked through deep snows and climbed mountain cliffs. He starved, thirsted, and fought, but he never turned back. His sons and daughters lives along the paths that he had discovered. Spring of the year was once a battlefield. The pioneer had talked to the stars. He had built the outermost campfire of his race. God guided him across the mountains of eastern Kentucky. He would reach into the heavens and draw down food out of the air to replenish the wasted earth. The pioneer had called together all of his neighbors so they could learn from each other. The mountains are highways between the doors of the nations. His voice had been hardened by winter winds. Yep, he is an eastern Kentucky pioneer.
There's a lot of truth to that, aren't there?
Yep, that's a good little historical poem. Like that one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So, Steve, you own every one that I've had published so far.
Yep, that's the whole series. And we got one to come that you tell me about.
You remember the name of that one?
Singer of the Songs?
Singing of the Songs.
Singing of the Song, okay.
Singing of the Songs. That poem is really a good
now,
one.
Now, when will that one be published?
It's supposed to be working on it right now.
Okay.
I'm hoping in another week or so, if it's published, I'll bring it out.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can find these books on Amazon.com.
Okay. Can you find all 6?
Find all 6 of them.
Okay.
You might have to type my name in, John Wesley Burton, and set it to books, and then put parentheses around it. You'll find 5 of them.
Yeah.
But the Haymaker 360, you'll probably have to limit the books again and just type up Haymaker 360 and it'll come up.
Okay.
And then if you go back to Amazon and type up Firecracker Dan t-shirts, you'll see all 10 of them, and they're all different colors, and they're sold on Amazon.com too, and they're made in California.
Okay.
And I think they're $20 each, but I've got them to where they'll fit young children, small children, up to probably 3X.
Are they a particular brand of shirt, or do they made out of a particular?
I think they're made out, I'm thinking 100% cotton, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But they try to make the best quality, you know, where they won't shrink up and stuff like that, so Dan can still stand tall on front of the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Because we won't want a little Firecracker Dan when he already stands 5'3".
Right.
He still needs to be that high, right?
Right, that's right.
So, Steve, it's been good talking to you, and I know you've been a school teacher and everything else, and I know you've been in the military.
I've did it all.
He's done it all.
Done it all. Tried it all.
We,
and I still haven't figured out what I'm going to be when I grow up.
Yeah, you may grow up in a few days, who knows. But you may even want to play on one of them old Western films, who knows.
That's right.
That's her goal. Well, Steve, thank you for talking to me and telling about the books that you bought, which you do own the whole collection. Yeah. I think you want to hold up Abe Lincoln. I think you own him too, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a surprise here. John brought this to me by my request. He said he had made a Firecracker Dan
next to Ken.
Next to Ken. And I'm distant kin to this Firecracker Dan. He's actually my first cousin, 6 times removed, the way I understand. And you may recognize the name when I show him to you. Let me get him out here. John's got him taped up.
He's in there pretty good, isn't he?
He's in there so he won't fall out and break his self.
Yeah, we have to send him to the Firecracker Dan hospital then.
This is Abraham Lincoln, Firecracker Dan.
And that's your family right there.
And that's part of my family.
That's probably kind of special to you.
Abraham, he grew a beard after there was a little girl commented, you know, that made him look more prestigious, which the little girl didn't use that word. She said she liked the looks of him better with a beard. So I tried to go the opposite of Abraham. I just growed a mustache and left the beard off.
So that's great.
That's my Abraham.
Yeah, and Nancy Hanks and all was kin to you as well, probably.
Yeah.
Through the Hanks family, wasn't it?
That's right.
Well?
Part of their family settled up here in Wolfe County.
Well. That's not too far from where we're sitting, is it?
No, that's pretty close by.
Yeah.
Wolfe County joins Menifee County to the south.
Yeah, and I'm further up the mountain, aren't I? With right. Dan Land, I'm right on the
You're
tip
right
of it.
Close to the border. Yeah.
Close to the border, and border of Morgan too.
Right.
But Steve, thank you for talking to us, and it's great that you shared them books that you own with everybody out there in YouTube land.
Yeah, thank you, John, and keep bringing them books out. And I'm looking forward to the singer of the songs.
Yeah, and we're all looking forward to that one, aren't we? And you'll like that poem. There's a poem in there. It's what I try to title my books to match a poem inside that book.
Okay.
And I thought singing of the songs was a good one.
That's
So I'm going to let you go right there, and we get singing the songs. We may share it with them.
good. Looking forward.